here from Team Player Pokémon, and I just got back from the European Internationals, and I'm going to take you through my rounds. Round 1 was a girl from England. She played Vikavolt, Marshadow and Tapu Koko GX, and I got 2 wins in that. And Zorak Galistopod from France, he was max cents. He got 3rd overall in the tournament, and I got a win-win against him. Round 3 was Gardevoir. He was from the United States, and I felt rushed, and I lost. But he was 3rd place in the world, and I spoke to the judge about it. And round 4 was 16 from Denmark, and he played Drampagabador, and I got a win-win in the last 3 seconds, and I was exhausted. Round 5 was Guzzlord GX. I got a win-win, and he played a Hooper with it. And then round 6 was the world's #1. It was Rowan, and he played Tatanator Volcanion, and we were on table 3. And if I won that one, I would have got into top 8. And round 7 was Denmark, and he played a Darkrai EX with Darkrai GX, and it was an easy win. And I got top 16, I got 11th place. I got 4 booster boxes, and I got $500. And I'm going to take you through my Tapu Bulu deck. So first we've got 3 Tapu Bulu. And the thing about Tapu Bulu is if you're against Guardy, you could do Horn Attack for 30 like at the start. And then when you get your Vikavolt, you can do Choice Band. You do 120, and if you discard it, it goes to 180, and then you do 210 with the Choice Band, and it will knock out a Guardy. So it's basically a 2-hit KO. And then Tapu Wilderness GX, you do 150 and you can heal, which will be good if it's like going to get knocked out and you can knock out your opponent with 150. And then we've also got 3 Grubbin, which are here. And Grubbin, you can do Vice Grip for 20, but then if you put a Choice Band on it, it goes to 50. And then if it's like got weakness to grass, it goes to 100. So you can, like, maximum you can do 100 with your Grubbin, which is pretty funny. And then you got the Vikavolt, and I don't play any Charger Bug in this list because it just gives space for like other cards, like tech cards. So Strong Charge, you can do Strong Charge on a Tapu Bulu or anything. And then Electro Cannon you could maybe do at the end of the game for like 150. And then there's True Tapu Lele, which is pretty normal. You've got Wonder Tag to search for a supporter, and then Energy Drive just for energies. Then you've got an Orangaroo for like a tech card for Instruct, and you can even use it for Psychic. It's 60 plus, and Psychic actually won me one of the games. I did 60. I think it might have been on a on the Hooper in the Guzzlord deck, and it knocked out the Hooper, and then I think I got my last prize with it, and then I think that's what I retreated for. Then we got a normal 1 Tapu Koko. I play 1 Tapu Koko because why would you need 2? It's just like a free retreat, and Flying Flip you don't really use in every game. And then I've got a Mew, which some people have forgotten about Mew. So like maybe if you can do the first 2 prizes with a Mew, and then maybe the second prize with Bulu, and then the next 2 prizes with Bulu, and then the last 2 prizes with something else. And then this is a new card. It was only legal on Friday, I think. It's a Pheromosa GX. You usually get it last. If you start with it and you have like a bad start, you can do fast raid, but you don't really use it for that. You don't really use Cruel Spike unless you really have to. It's the GX attack, and it does
50 damage.
This attack does for each prize card your opponent has taken. So, like I usually use it when they've got a GX active. They've got 1 prize card left. I used it in my second round, and my opponent didn't expect it, and it just knocked out a Zorak, and it was amazing. And now we're going to move on to the trainers. So we've got the normal 4 Ultra Ball, and Ultra Ball is just like for getting cards like Tapu Leles, maybe even Vikavolt if you have a rare candy, maybe Pheromosa at the end, Mews, Tapu Bulus, anything really. And then, because we haven't got a Charger Bug in here, we've got a 4 rare candy, which makes it quite aggressive. And then, as I just said, the Ultra Ball, you can Ultra Ball, or you could Heavy Ball, and then rare candy into Vikavolt, Strong Charge onto Bulu, and then Nature's Judgment or Tapu Wilderness. Then we've got another thing that makes it a bit aggressive, which is 3 Field Blower, which is like for some people might play Galissapod Garbodor, Drampa Garbodor, anything that has Garbotoxin, Garbodor, or just like to Field Blow something off, like Choice Bands and things. Like I just said, we've got 2 Heavy Ball, like Heavy Ball, Vikavolt, Rare Candy, and Strong Charge. So you can get a Nature's Judgment in or a Tapu Wilderness. Then, to make it even more aggressive, we've got 4 Choice Band, which no one really wants to play because they think it's just like not for. They can just play 3 and get away with it. But I actually really liked it. And then we took out a Fighting Fury Belt from the 2, so it used to be 3-3. I think I first started with 3 Fighting Fury Belt, 2 Choice Band, then it went 3 Choice Band, 2 Fighting Fury Belt, and then I just carried on with that. And then I think I went down to then 3 Fighting Fury Belt and then 2 Choice Band again. And then I went back to the 3 Choice Band. And then it went up to 4 Choice Band and 2 Fighting Fury Belt. Then we've got the 1 Energy Recycler, because like you use it only once in a game, don't you? So like there's no point in just drawing into another one when you don't need it. Then we've got 1 Escape Rope, which yesterday. I didn't actually realise, but it helps against Stramper Espeon GX because it helps with confusion. Your escape rope and then your Guzma. So then you're out of confusion and you can attack again and possibly knock out their Espeon if they have nothing else. Now we're going to move on to the supporters. We've got three N, which you can't really see on here, but there is 3. And just why would you want to discard with Sycamore when you can play N? And then you just kind of feed off your opponent's Ns, and if they Sycamore, and you keep your hand. And then we've got 3 Skylar. So in the internationals, I did a Skylar 110 because I had 2 Skylars in my hand. I got a rare candy, and then they were like, "Are you going to evolve with the rare candy?" I went, "No." And then basically what I did was I kept it in hand. They thought, "Oh, why would you want to end if they don't have a Vikavolt in hand?" And then I Skylared again for a heavy ball, and then I just evolved into my Vikavolt and Tapu Bulu Strong Charge, and then Nature's Judgment for the knockout, I think it was. Then instead, some people play 4 Guzma or at least 3, but I played 2 because Guzma is like late game and sometimes early game, but you don't really need it really early when you're really early. You might want to do something like a Lily or a Bridget. So you wouldn't really want to Guzma, and that's why I played 2 Bridgets, so I could secure getting at least a Lele or a Bridget in my starting hand, or even an Ultra Ball for a Lele. And then we play a Lily, and Lily, basically, if you don't have a Bridget or like an Ultra Ball or a Lele, you can use Lily and try and get like a better hand on your first hand, so you draw up to 8. And then this is a really tech card, which I think I might have been the only one on top table who played it. It's the Gladion, and I used it about in every single round, like every single round. And then we've got the energies. We've got, some people play 4 lightning and 7 grass, I think it is. But I play 5 lightning and I play 7 grass. And it's just so that you can secure getting a Vikavolt. And Gladion's also for the energy recycler if it's prized. Gladion basically just look at your face down prize cards and put one of them into your hand. Then shuffle this Gladion into your remaining prize cards. So it's not like you take a prize card, like just taking a prize card. You have to shuffle the Gladion back in, but that means it never hits the discard pile. So you can use it again and again and again and again and again. And also you can Gladion maybe if it's prized, the Pheromosa late game. And then it's basically, you know, the Gladion. If the Gladion's in your prize cards, then you have to draw it out of your prize cards to get it. So this is my whole deck, and I played it for internationals. I said I got 11th place, and I got $500, and I got top 16, and I got 4 booster boxes, and 250 CP, and my World Invite, which I'm super happy about. And that's it. So this is my whole deck. I want to say thank you to my mum, my dad, the judges that were there, and Pablo. And I got to have a picture with the Litten, Poplar and Rowlet, and they all dabbed. And I got a picture with the Pikachu, and I've got these. I got a Jigglypuff, a Snorlax, a Pokeball, and a Pikachu. They're like water cans. It's basically sparkling water. And I got a Winking Flareon, which I don't have right now. My dad bought it. He had to buy it if I won my last round, which would have got me into top 16. And I met the world champion that won in Masters. His name's Diego. He was very kind. And John Roberts has been giving me advice on the deck. And he was the one that basically made me play Tapu Bulu. Well, he didn't make me play Tapu Bulu, but I started with his list. And then I sort of added in my own tech cards like Mew and Pheromosa. Then I added in Gladion, and he also said to play one energy recycler. And I added in the 4 choice band and 2 Fighting Fury belt. And he said play 2 Guzma. And he used to play, I think he played 2 Field Blower instead of 3. And we put in another Field Blower and we took something out, I can't remember what it was. We did consider, instead of Pheromosa, a Clefairy, but I really didn't want a Clefairy in my deck. I don't like Clefairy. I really don't. I would start with Pheromosa instead of Clefairy, because Clefairy has 40 HP and Pheromosa has 170. With the Fighting Fury belt, it has 210 HP. Which is a lot. Thank you very much for watching the video, and hopefully see you at Worlds.